Hello everyone, welcome to the townland of Balnaglach in the parish of Culfeitrin on the North Antrim coast. Very cold today, it's only sort of mid-February. There's a cold easterly. I think the wind chill was probably around freezing point. So I'm ducked into the doorway of the church here. So Balnaglach means town of the stones, and indeed there's three nice menhir in this Church of Ireland graveyard. There's also some Bronze Age burials, kiss burials nearby, and these stones have kind of been dated to the same period because of that, but it's going to be early Bronze Age, I'm reckoning, or potentially middle to late Neolithic as well. I have a theory that they could be linked to the possible ancient ring of standing stones that once surrounded the sacred mountain of Knocklead. See it in the background there. But more on that later. So let's have a wee look at the amazing stones. You've seen the biggest one in the intro there, that's it, at the door of the church. Stunning, 3.5 metre tall. Not sure how much is underground, but 3.5 metres above ground. Basalt. Right at the front door. See Knocklead Mountain in the background. Beautiful shape. There's a bit more to that stone, I'll come back to it. And see the other one. The other one is just there. Probably once could have been 3 to 4 metres tall as well. Unfortunately, at some periods had the top broken off it for some reason. Maybe the shape of it offended somebody. Got a real nice curve to the foot, for sure. And as you can see, pretty much lines up with the back of the church. Why would that be? I mean, understand why the early Christian churches built on top and Christianized pre-Christian pagan sites. But I mean, this wee church was built in 1831, and by that time, 19th century, there was no need, really. The population was pretty much Christian at that time, so why did they choose this site? Why fit it exactly between the stones? Must be a wee bit more to it, in my opinion. Let's have a look. This is the third stone over here. Unfortunately, it's fallen and broken in a few pieces there. Not sure why that's still stone there. Stone. Could be 2 large pieces there and a third piece. Or perhaps one of those is the piece that's broken off the second one there. That's unfortunate. Oh, that wind. Yeah, so why was this location chosen to build the church? Why not that field or the one over the road? Has to be something to do with the stones for sure. So let's talk a little bit about ley lines and geomagnetism. Ley lines, as you probably know, are the Earth's energy grid. They're really only detectable by dowsing, so they're not really taken seriously by the mainstream scientific community. I'd like to propose that there is a ley line running underneath my feet, east-west, between the stones, maybe between the stones and the church, but east-west. I would say definitely under the stones. I'm not sure how wide a ley line can be or is. But I'm going to show you something now that's not very widely known, and it's compelling evidence that our ancestors really knew more about these things than a lot of people give them credit for. Thinking they placed these stones to tap into and somehow use the geomagnetic energy. Right guys, this is just a basic little compass. It's settled now at north. No tricks, no visual effects. Watch what happens when I approach the stone. There she goes. Look at that. Look at that. That's over 180 degrees. Move away again. Back to north. Let's go in again. Slowly in, slowly in. Check it out. It's not just that one spot either. Let's go around this side. Settle to north again. East, west, north. That's it settled. Let's try this side. Oh, there she goes again. It's good 90 degrees. Yeah, a bit more. Yeah, 100 nearly. Back away again. Should come back. That's really amazing. I've never seen that before. I've been doing this for many years. I don't check all the stones with the compass, but I have checked quite a few in the past. Never had any response. So that's phenomenal, really, that there. Special stone. Check this out, you'll not believe it. This little DJI magnet came with my microphone. What about that? No tricks, no glue. I love that. That's incredible. So a couple of questions. Firstly, how did the Neolithic / early Bronze Age people know about iron and magnetism? Iron hadn't been discovered yet as a metal. I guess, well, it seems to me they obviously knew about ley lines and earth energy and were able to dowse for it. So whether this stone has been magnetised by the ley line because it's been there for so long, it just has an iron core which has become magnetised because of where it is, or was the stone already magnetised and people who were erecting it were able to detect that by dowsing, and that's why it was chosen especially for this place. It's interesting. So yeah, fascinating place. There's many examples of churches in the UK and Ireland having standing stones incorporated into the graveyard. Probably the best known one is the Rudston monolith in Yorkshire. Stands at 7.6 metres tall. Incredible piece. There's another really massive one in Louisburg, in Colleen, in Louisburg, in County Mayo. Has a really bad lean to it, unfortunately. We jump over to Wales. One I can think of is St John the Baptist Church in Ceredigion. And over to Scotland, we have, well, they went one step further. In Midmar Kirkyard in Aberdeenshire, they have a full stone circle right outside their door, a beautiful recumbent stone. So it's not uncommon. Okay, guys, staying in the parish of Culfeitrin, I'm going to head over to the townland of Macaron Temple, or church field, as it is in the English. We're going to see a church in a field, funny enough. This one's a medieval ruin, but its origins go back as far as 5th century, mid-5th century AD, and it may have a connection to this ring of standing stones that once potentially existed around the sacred mountain Knocklead. I'll see you over there. Guys, I'm here a wee while now. I've been setting up my wee paranormal experiment. It's not really, well, it is and it isn't. It's a wee ritual I'm doing just out of respect for any lost souls that may be here. There's a rather sad story attached to this place, so I'll explain that later, but I'll show you what I have. Got the full spectrum on the SLS camera. I don't know, it looks a bit glitchy in the window there, maybe. Got this little rustic Celtic cross from Hazel. EMF meter there in case anything comes near that. Filming that with my pocket. And here I've got Bridget's Triscale. Represent the triple aspect of the new religion and the old religion. And it's not long after Imbolc, so Bridget's spreading their cloak. We've got the proximity meter. If anything goes near that, and another wee EMF sensor. Thought it'd be nice to play some, well, it's modern, but chanting. It's a number called Atende, Domine, which means God hear us. I thought it was going to be kind of appropriate. So I'll let that run, let all that run, and I'll tell you a wee bit about the history. So what we have here are the ruins of an early medieval church. The original church was probably 10th to 12th century. This wall was reinforced and rebuilt in the late 15th century. That's the only reason it still stands. And it's reckoned that there was actually two buildings at that time. See where there's a kind of break in the wall. The church, I reckon, would have finished here. And then this other part of the building would have been where a house for the priest or whatever. But there's a lot more to the story. During a dry spell back in 1983, someone happened to be taking an aerial photograph of the area and noticed there was evidence that it was once surrounded by a large rectangular wall, the whole place, and there was evidence of a few other small buildings. It's turned out to be a mid-5th century monastic settlement, so real early. The name Culfeightrin actually comes from the Irish for corner of the stranger or strangers, or corner of the foreigner. Depends how you translate it, but it's believed that the foreigner or foreigners that we're talking about was St. Patrick himself and his followers. He said they've established the monastery here back then, be one of the very first in Ireland, and he appointed Bishop Fakra to run the place. Who knows? It's possible, I guess. St. Patrick was certainly in the north a lot, although he's been all over Ireland. If he's been everywhere that he said they've been, you know. He'd have needed a fast donkey for sure. But yeah, interesting. So all went well, and the monastery lasted and thrived for 500-600 years, and it was around the time, I suppose it was replaced with this early medieval church around 10th to 12th century. It was about that time that the old Celtic monastic system was being done away with, really, and replaced with diocesan episcopacy, and a parochial system was established instead. So very interesting. Now, the sad story connected with the place is the monastery would have had a graveyard, obviously being here all that time. Most monasteries do have their own graveyard. It was lately continued to be used for burials right through the medieval period. I'm not sure when the church exactly gave up on this place and sold the land, but sometime after that, it was a farmer bought it, and, well, let's just say he showed no respect for God's acre, and he devoted all the fields and field around it to tillage. So it's said that even in recent times, human bones have been brought to the surface, you know, by the plough. The whole graveyard ploughed over. So not sure exactly where it was, but kind of a flat-ish area just to the north there. made me sad when I heard about it, so that's why I decided to come here and kind of do this wee ritual. If there's any spirits here, now it's been quiet so far. With all the meters and that, I haven't heard anything, so I'll check the footage later, but I just wanted to show some respect for the souls and something they could identify with and might give them some comfort. The music and the cross and that, you know, so I'll stay another wee while, but not too much longer. I don't want to outstay my welcome. It's a lovely spot all the same, if you ever get a chance. It's quite overcast today and cold, but still beautiful. Still beautiful. That's Knocklead Mountain just behind me there. And that's Ballycastle Town over there. So let's go back a wee bit in history again briefly, and just to mention the standing stone theory, that there was once a ring of standing stones around Sacred Mountain, Knocklead. Here's a Ordnance Survey map of Knocklead. You can see here where the remaining standing stones are. The east side and the kind of northeast side are missing, but that brings me back to this place. It just sits lovely in the northeast, and would certainly have fitted into a ring of standing stones. So I'm thinking that St. Patrick chose this place for his monastery because of that, because there was a large standing stone right on this spot, and that's totally linked into it. Here's a reproduction of a 7th century monastery style. It's a tourist attraction, but you can see even the reproduction church has a large standing stone just to the right of the front door. Well, I think that's it for this episode, guys. Seems to be pretty quiet. I don't think I've recorded any anomalies there, which is actually good, you know. I hate to think of lost souls wandering the earth, you know, forever. It's a horrible thought. So, with any luck and the grace of God, whatever, they're all at peace. They're all at peace. And there's the sunlight, just as I said that. Oh, my fingers are so cold, it's hard to work the screen, they're really dry. Yeah. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you maybe learnt something, and I appreciate you spending some time with me here today. Take care of yourselves. See you on the next one. Bye for now.